Howdy folks, OGB here. In this video I'm going to show you how I'm solo farming the wild offerings in Zul'Farrak with my Shakadan build. However, I believe it's worth mentioning that just about any Paladin build can do this run. I've done it as Ret, and I've also done it as Holy in Spell Power gear using Infusion of Light. So let's go ahead and get into the run. The first thing you'll need to learn in order to do this are the reset spots or safe spots along the way to the bosses in ZF, and get familiar with them because utilizing them is a big part of doing this. We're going to be basically skipping to each boss, resetting mobs, and then kiting and killing the bosses. Ideally, the first safe spot you'll stop at is this broken pillar in Theka's room, and he's going to be the first boss that we kill also. He's really easy, so as soon as you reset the mobs, just jump down and beat his skull in. Occasionally, if you stun him before he gets down to 35%, you can actually avoid him going physical immune and kill him a little bit faster. Once you have Theka dead, mount up and run over to the Basilisk guy's cave and just get his attention. As soon as you see his yell or his emote on the screen, go ahead and start running over towards the zombie graveyard. Now you don't want to get too far away from the boss, but you do want to keep a good amount of distance between you and him. So as you run to the graveyard, just keep that in mind that you don't want to get too far away and bug him out or something. You will probably get aggro from this mob in the hallway. I think for some reason it did not aggro to me when I rode right over him, but normally what you would do is just ride over into this spot, get that one mob to reset, and then you'll drop down, pick the boss back up, and go to the next spot that I'll show. As soon as you can, start popping off on him with Exorcism and Holy Shock, Judge Wisdom, and start beating on the boss. Sometimes his little mobs will not despawn, sometimes they will. If he brings them with him, then just kill them. They take like one hit each. And when his big mob comes out, you're going to stun it, and then at that point is when you'll start using the structure here to cause him and his mobs to run around and allow you to heal yourself. You also want to make sure that you are totem stomping throughout this process. You really don't want to let him leave those things up. But one thing that's nice about the totems is if you jump away from them to the other side of the pillar, sometimes he'll leave one there for you and you can melee it to try to get a reset from a crit on your Art of War. I also prefer to use my PvP trinket because these adds do a magical stun that I can use the trinket on and allow myself to get a little bit more uptime on the boss and just kill him faster, speed up the process overall. I'll generally do the same thing with my bubble or my bop as soon as I feel that the boss is low enough to where I can either just get him into execute range or kill him outright. Now the one other thing to watch out for is if you are trying to hardcast a heal while him and the mobs are on you, he has a kick ability in Earth Shock, so just make sure that he's used that before you try to hardcast a heal. As soon as he's dead, you can jump down to this other spot, and you're just going to log out to ensure that the mobs reset in a timely manner, log back in, and then you will run to the next reset location. Somehow I got incredibly lucky on this run, and I didn't actually end up aggroing any of the mobs, so I was able to, instead of waiting for a reset, just go straight into the pool in the middle, and that's where we pull the Hydromancer chick, and she's basically a trash mob, so just kill her in 10 seconds, and then clear out this corner for where we'll kill the Wild Offering boss. Essentially, we'll just kite the boss around the top of this wall by fighting him up here to start, and then falling off whenever we feel the need to heal ourselves or reset in any kind of way. Then we'll jump back up and rinse and repeat, basically. There are some patrols nearby here, but it appears none of the mobs interact with the Wild Offering boss, so you don't have to worry about the social aggro. Just make sure you're aware of your surroundings so that you don't get too close to any mobs and accidentally aggro something, because that will make this a lot harder. Again, I like to use my PvP trinket for this boss because he does do a rather long stun that can pretty much kill you if you don't have a Sheath of Light ticking on you at the time. So just something to look out for. You have your bubble, your bop, and your PvP trinket to clear it, so don't panic, just press your buttons and you'll be fine. If everything goes right, these runs take about 15 to 16 minutes, including the reset time, which means you can get 4 Wild Offerings in an hour, which is pretty good, I think, for a solo farm. You know, we're no mage, but we're still able to get 80% of what a 5-man can do, so pretty good if you ask me. After you have the spider boss dead, loot your Wild Offering, run back to the first boss's room, and there is a little basilisk cage in there that you'll jump on top of and log out to reset yourself to the entrance. GG, OGB out.